Are you ready for the most epic adventure ever? Get on board the Rocky Railway.
I've heard some commotion around the rail yard about a rock slide last night. Maybe we can find someone around here who could tell us what happened. Oh, maybe this guy can help. Excuse me, sir, do you work here?
Do I work here? Friend, I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. In fact, I don't just work on trains, I drive the trains. The name's Cam Track. I'm an engineer on the railroad here.
Wow, with a name like Cam Track, you must really love trains.
When you know these trains as well as I do, they become a part of you.
Wow, that's deep. But maybe you can help us. My friends and I heard something about a rock slide.
Yeah, you heard right. Some huge boulders rolled down the mountain last night, landed right here on the track.
Wow, that could really cause some problems.
It can. In fact, my crew and I were supposed to take the engine down the mountain this morning. Good thing I'm here to take care of it.
Oh, you really think you're strong enough to lift a massive boulder?
I don't think. I know.
Okay, well, why don't you warm up on that rock over there?
Ah, easy peasy. All right, you might want to stand back, because in case this thing goes flying. Here we go. It's just too hard. I can't do it.
Oh, well, Cam, it's funny you should mention that because today we're learning about how Jesus helps us do hard things. It might be something hard like taking a big test at school, or maybe standing up to a bully, or saying goodbye to a friend who moves really far away.
How's he doing this? I told you, I don't know. I can't carry all this.
Well, none of us are strong enough to carry all that tough stuff on our own, but there is someone who is, Jesus. Even when life is super tough, Jesus is always there to lighten the load.
Well, this Jesus guy sounds like a good guy to be friends with. Well, I got to figure out how to move those boulders off the track. Maybe Jesus can let me know what to do.
We'll tell you what, as soon as my friends and I are done here, we'll come back and see if we can figure something out together.
All right. Well, bye, friends.
Welcome, travelers, to Little Kids Depot. It's our special place here at Rocky Railway. A depot is like a station where a train stops. Here at Little Kids Depot, we get to pretend we're on a train adventure. Trains are so powerful. They can go places nothing else can, like deep into the mountains. All this week on the Rocky Railway, we'll be talking about big, powerful trains. We'll also be talking about our big, powerful friend, Jesus. Jesus is God's son. God is more powerful than anything because he made everything. God made the sun and the stars and even us. This week, we'll get to celebrate the mighty power of God's son, Jesus, and all the ways he takes care of us. Let's stand up right now and sing a special song with all our friends at Little Kids Depot. Howdy, friend, I'm glad you came to ride with me. Howdy, friend, I'm glad you came to ride with me. Jesus' power is so strong, he can help us to hold on. Howdy, friend, I'm glad you came to ride with me. This week, we have a special friend named Billy who lives high in the mountains. Billy is a mountain goat, and young mountain goats are also called kids. So Billy's a kid just like you. Mountain goats are pretty amazing. They live way up on the tops of the mountains. They can climb up steep mountains like you climb stairs. That's because they have special feet and super powerful shoulder muscles to help them race up the mountain, kind of like a freight train. God made mountain goats' legs strong and powerful so they can climb up mountains that would be too hard for other animals. Today we're learning that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. That's called our Bible point. It'll help us remember that we can trust in Jesus' power. Each time someone says the day's Bible point, there'll be a pause and you shout, "Trust Jesus." When you shout, reach up and pull down like you're pulling on a train whistle. Let's practice. Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Our friend Billy has lots of super cool animal buddies. Each day we'll get to meet a new one who'll help us learn the Bible point for the day. Let's see who our special buddy is today.
Hey there, friends! Glad you're all on board for a rambunctious week of faith and fun at Rocky Railway. I'm Ramsey, a bighorn sheep. Can you guess why? Okay, that was too easy. Check out these cool, curvy horns God gave me. Ram's horns can weigh up to 30 pounds. That's as much as some of our littlest preschool buddies. Wow! My horns have to be tough because we male sheep use them to keep other rams out of our territory. People who study rams say we can run into each other at 20 to 40 miles per hour. Bam! You can hear that sound for miles. Me and my herd hang out all over the majestic, massive Rocky Mountains. The Rocky Mountains rock! If you head up to find me, strap on your hiking boots. Sometimes my herd grazes in an alpine meadow. 'Cause that's where the good stuff is. Wow, good! But the meadow makes us an easy target for predators, so we also like to climb way up those crazy cliffs. We sheep like it steep. Me and my family can hang out on a little teeny tiny ledge that's only a few inches wide. Animals like bears or coyotes can't bother us here. Whew! And check out the view! God made us just right for staying safe in those hard, rocky places. My hooves are split and have a rough skin on the bottom that grips tight to the rugged rocks. Plus, I've got excellent eyesight. No glasses for me. It may sound like climbing these cliffs and balancing on jagged ledges is hard to do, but God has given me everything I need to live here. Fine food and my family safe. I've heard that you sometimes have to do hard things too. When there's a bully at school, maybe you feel like you're in a rough, rocky place. You may not be balanced on a cliff ledge like me, but maybe you have to balance homework, chores, sports, music, and friendships. That sounds hard. Maybe coming here today and making new friends even feels like a hard thing for you. But did you know you don't face those hard things alone? No way! Jesus is right beside you. Yep, even right now. He gives you His power to climb through those mountains of worry and get through any rough stuff you gotta do. The Bible powers you up with this truth. For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. That means you don't have to have your own power to do hard things. Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus.
Ramsey's special feet give him the power to walk in hard, rough places. Ramsey can remind us that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. This week, we'll be talking about how we can trust Jesus' power to help us through every rocky time. And later in the week, you'll hear about the life-saving power of Jesus' blood. Let's stand up and sing a song about Jesus' power.
It's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. 'Cause God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze, and everybody clap your hands. Now stop. I feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it every the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. Let's do it all again right now. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop.
The Bible tells us true stories of real people. It's God's special words just for us. Let's hear an awesome, true story from the Bible to help us discover that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Our story is about a man named Ananias who had to do a really hard thing. Let's pretend I'm Ananias. When Jesus' friends told the people about all the amazing things Jesus did, more and more friends joined God's family. One of those friends was me, Ananias. But the people who didn't like Jesus had a lot of friends too. One of their friends was a man named Saul. He was very mean to Jesus' friends. He looked for ways to put them in jail. I heard about Saul. He was on his way to my hometown to arrest Jesus' friends. We were all a little scared. He was so mean. Well, one day I was sitting in my house when I heard Jesus' voice talking to me. Jesus said, "Ananias." So I said, "Yes, Lord?" He told me to go to a certain house and ask for a man named Saul. Jesus said I needed to help Saul. Saul, he was that mean guy. Maybe Jesus didn't know how mean he was. I thought I should tell him. So I said, "But Lord, I've heard about the terrible things this man has done to your friends." But Jesus told me it would be okay, and that he had surprising plans for Saul. Well, I didn't know what to do. Jesus wanted me to do something really hard. Saul was so mean, and what if he tried to put me in jail? Well, I thought about it for a bit. Then I remembered that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Jesus was more powerful than Saul. If he told me to go, then I could trust him to help me do it. So I started walking over to the house where Saul was. I knew Jesus' power was helping me do this hard thing, but I was still a little scared. When I got there, I knocked on the door. Someone answered the door and took me to Saul. You know, he was nothing like I imagined. He didn't look mean or scary. He was sad for all the things he had done to Jesus' friends. Let's have him tell us what happened.
Hey everybody, are all of you really Jesus' friends? That means you're my friends, because I'm Jesus' friend too. I'm so excited to meet you, and I'm sorry that I haven't been very nice in the past. I didn't know that Jesus really is God's son. I thought I was helping God by trying to stop Jesus' friends. That's until I met Jesus. Here's what happened. Some friends and I were walking on a road to another city. All of a sudden, a super bright light shone on me. It was the brightest thing I had ever seen. In fact, it was so bright that I fell down like this. Then I heard this voice. It said, "Saul, Saul, why are you trying to hurt me?" Well, I had no idea who was talking to me, so I asked, "Who are you, Lord?" The voice answered, "I am Jesus, and when you hurt my friends, you're hurting me." Jesus told me to go into the city and wait for someone to tell me what to do. So as I stood back up, and I couldn't see anything. Close your eyes to see what that's like. My friends had to take me by the hand and lead me into the city.
It was hard to be brave and do what Jesus said, but once I got there, I knew God was with me and I didn't have anything to fear. So, I went up to Saul and I said, Saul, Jesus who talked to you on the road sent me to pray for you so you could see again.
As soon as Ananias prayed for me, I could see again. Now I was Jesus' friend too. I wanted everyone to know that I wasn't mean like before. So I even asked people to call me Paul instead of Saul.
It was hard to go see Paul. But Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Jesus helped me be brave.
And I needed Jesus' power to help me do all kinds of hard things. You'll hear more about that tomorrow.
My name is Dominic, and I'm almost 11 years old.
Dominic lives with his mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa. He enjoys all kinds of hobbies, but one is his favorite.
I like to build things. I also like karate a lot. I love karate because I get to really express myself and I get to have fun. And I also get to build character and build physical strength.
Learning karate is hard work. Dominic practices up to 3 times a week. Plus, he practices at home with his dad.
The hardest thing about karate is definitely a lot of push-ups, leg lifts, sit-ups.
Dominic knows that he needs to trust Jesus when things get hard.
There was this board breaking thing, and I saw all the other kids break it with their palm. Right here. Boom. Just didn't work out for me.
Dominic failed to break the board with his hand, but he didn't give up. He continued to train, and he asked Jesus to help him.
And I said, I'm gonna break this board. It's an obstacle in my way, and let me push through it. And I broke it.
Another part of karate is taking tests to earn new belts. Each belt color represents a new level. Earning a new belt is hard.
I was very discouraged on the first day because I was afraid I wasn't going to pass, and that's what brought me down. The second day, I was feeling very, very discouraged, very, very, very sad. And I thought, I don't think I'm going to pass this, and I didn't. I failed, and I failed, and I failed. Finally got to the last day that I could possibly test, and I said, this isn't going to be like those last times. I am going to pass it. I said, you know what, Jesus can help me get through this. I'm just going to pray to him today. I am going to pass the test tomorrow. And I did.
In the Bible, in the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 13, it says, "For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength."
My 3-day test, it was really hard. And Jesus helped me through that. I was nervous for it. If you're going through hard things, I suggest that all you need to do is just trust in God and he'll help you. Pray to God and he can get you through anything. Jesus' power helps us do hard things.
Welcome to Day 1 Rocky Railway VBS. This week at Rocky Railway, we're learning all about Jesus' power. We also get to think about big, powerful trains. They need a lot of power to move heavy things over the mountains. Let's make train cars of our own. Make sure you have your craft box that you got. You're going to open it up. You're going to take out your Billy boxcar train. And from home, you're going to need your own crayons or color pencils or markers, whatever you have. While you're coloring, I want to talk about today's story. Jesus' power helps us do hard things, and trains have to do really hard things. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our crayons and we're going to take our train, and you're going to color your train. I'll give you a few minutes to do that. Once your train is colored, you're going to flip it over, and you'll probably need a grown-up's help for this, and you're going to put your train together. You're going to fold these two edges in, pull this edge down, this one. And then you can push it down on the inside. Great, and now your train's gonna look like this. So, our trains, we know, have to pull heavy things. Right now, there's nothing in our train. So in your craft box, you also received some great little heavy, fuzzy rocks. So you're gonna take your spoon and you're gonna fill your Billy boxcar with your heavy fuzzies. I'm gonna pour them in. You can use your spoon. And once you're done, let's try it out and see if it's going. It's going. Choo, 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 choo. So now you have your Billy boxcar. And remember, with Jesus' help, we can do hard things.
We've had so much fun today on the Rocky Railway. We've learned that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. In Bible Adventures, you heard that Jesus asked Ananias to go pray for Saul. It was a hard thing to do because Saul had been really mean and scary. But Ananias trusted Jesus, and Jesus gave him the courage to go. When Ananias prayed for Saul, Jesus healed Saul's eyes. Saul even became a friend of Jesus. Every day this week, you'll get to take home a Bible picture to share the story with your family. You can show your family this picture and remind them that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. The Bible promises that Jesus can help us with everything. We never have to do anything alone. Let's say the words of our Bible verse and do the motions all together. For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. It can be easy to forget that Jesus is here with us when we have something hard to do. But God has filled our world with things that remind us that His Son, Jesus, is with us. We call those God sightings. If we look, we can see God's power in things all around us, like the giant mountains or all the amazing stars. You know what else is a God sighting? You. God's great power made you and even brought you here to ride the Rocky Railway with me. That's a God sighting for me. We're going to look for God sightings together this week. In your box is a piece of sidewalk chalk. Anytime you see a God sighting, use it to draw a heart on your patio, driveway, sidewalk, or wherever you can. To help us remember, let's learn a special song. Look what God has made. Look what God has made. We see His power everywhere. Look what God has made. I have one more special gift for each of you. You got to come ride the Rocky Railway today and learn about Jesus' power. But your family and friends might not know about Jesus' power. So each of you will get a special sticker with our friend Billy on it. You'll find it in your box. When your friends and family see this sticker, you can remind them that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Let's close our eyes and pray together. Jesus, thank you that we can trust you, even when we have to do really hard things. Thank you that you're always there to help us. We love you, and in your name we pray. Amen. See you tomorrow.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need.